Hey, what's happening YouTube? Happy Monday, and I hope your week is off to a fantastic start once again. My name is Keith McElwain, and welcome back to Monday in the Millions. Now I have three really influential stories that I want to cover today. I'm going to put them right across the bottom, so if you want to jump right to that story right now, go ahead and click the annotation. First, we have Jenna Marbles and how she was curing cancer across the internet. It's completely blowing my mind. Number two, we're looking at the iPhone 5 and how that's going to end the debt of the United States, now up to just over $16 trillion. And number three, we're going to look at the Forbes 400 list and how technology and renewable energy is starting to shape this list in a new, innovative way. It's completely awe-inspiring. So first up, we have Jenna Marbles, and by far, she is my favorite comedian on YouTube today. She is absolutely killing it. First of all, you can't help but just crack up hysterically. But number two, you can't help but just show it to a friend, text them the link, put it on Facebook. But it wasn't always this way. Jenna worked really, really hard. She was born in Boston. She went to Boston University, and she graduated with a master's degree in sports psychology. Amazing degree to have, and obviously, you know, has your understanding that she has a great perspective and a great understanding of how the mind works and how people work, which is really, really cool. So she jumped on YouTube about 2 years ago. She started making videos, and every Wednesday she's been just making the best videos around town. 2 years later, she is still making videos, and now she is number 5 on YouTube, the number 5 most subscribed channel on YouTube, and has more social influence than Eminem and Rihanna combined, which is just absolutely insane. Every 24 hours, she gets 10,000 new subscribers coming to her, finding her for the first time, and it absolutely blows my mind how many people Jen is able to touch on a weekly basis and how she actually influences their life. She has us laughing, she has us, you know, really thinking about these social issues in a brand new way. But even more than that, trying to look at it on a biological level and how she actually affects us in our bodies and how it actually helps in fighting cancer. It's really amazing. If you want to go ahead and click the annotation right here, this is going to bring you back to my video from last week and give you a little refresher course on cancer, acidity in your body, and how that actually all relates. But when you're stressed, your body releases a chemical called cortisol, and the cortisol goes into your body and really raises the acidity inside your body and creates an environment that cancer can exist and start to run rampant, and that's when you start to have these diseases come to take over, and it really hurts your body. On the other side of the equation, when you're happy, when you're laughing, when you're smiling, your body releases what's called interleukins, and these are the most alkalizing agents inside your body. As you take it, it basically knocks out the acidity, it basically makes it so cancer cannot exist inside your body, and it really just optimizes the efficiency inside your life. Which brings us to our next point, probably the number one most stressful idea: $16 trillion in debt. What are we going to do? Before I jump into the iPhone 5 and how that's really going to help us, I want to refer back to my video again from last week. I reached out to Obama, I reached out to Romney and said, here's how we can actually fix the economy, here's how we can reduce the debt. If you want to get a quick refresher on that, go ahead and click the annotation here. But what I said was, all the money that we were spending in renewable energy, instead of giving them to companies for free, let's purchase product. Let's put solar panels and wind turbines on federal buildings, and let's purchase it from American companies, and let's get that product so we can get the dollars from the sun. Well, ironically, they half heard me. This week I was looking in the news, $1.5 million was spent on solar panels. Solar panels was put on a federal building in Illinois. Absolutely amazing. I heard this, I said, this is great. The federal building's gonna start getting free money from the sun. They're gonna have to turn around and have to ask for less money from the citizens and taxpayers that have to pay for that electricity. Beautiful thing, right? Well, it would have made sense if we purchased the solar panels from one of the dozens of solar panel companies that we gave money to as part of the stimulus plan, or one of the hundreds of companies that are in the United States that are making solar panels. But for some reason, the United States government purchased these solar panels from China. Not only is it wrong as far as business sense inside the United States, but it's illegal. It's actually against the terms of the stimulus plan that Obama set up with the government. U.S. money has to be spent on U.S. innovation, it has to be spent on U.S. product, and that product has to be put on U.S. buildings, and those U.S. buildings have to get money for the United States government so we can hold it together, so we can help these other economies. If the United States government goes down, we're all in trouble. So now for the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5 blew out 5 million sales this weekend. 3 days, 5 million editions were sold, which blows away the sales of the iPhone 4S, which was 4 million in 3 days. And it blows away the Samsung. Took them 2 months to get to 10 million. It took iPhone 3 days to do 5 million. They anticipate that within the next week they're going to do 10 million. They're going to blow away the second competition within the first week of this launch. Now the takeaway here is it's a great product. It was a great launch. They led up to it. They generated a lot of anticipation. If you look at Apple, we heard about a year ago that Apple had more cash reserves than the United States government. They've done a great job in generating income. So the United States government has to look at a model like that and say, how can we model these types of things and generate this kind of buzz, get this kind of transparency so people love what we're doing? We have to start looking at these specific types of pieces of technology that optimize our life. These types of things that make our lives easier, and the tools that we have that actually become things that we could use to make money, to create things like, Jenna Marbles can shoot her videos on the iPhone 5. That's the potential that these types of new tools have. And so if you look at a company like Apple and the product launch of the iPhone 5 and the amount of sales that they've been able to do, and how Apple and Google and all these other technology companies have been getting record-breaking revenues and gross profits over the last couple of years, you can look at this world and say, you know what? The economy's not bad. The opportunity to make money is still there. It's just changing. It's shifting of how you're going to start to make that money. You start to look at a company like Apple and all of what they've done, you could start to say, okay, I understand how the Forbes 400 list is the way it is. And so if we look at the list of the top 400 richest people in the world, the top 30, 9 of them are based in technology, whether it's internet technology or some kind of renewable energy technology. 9, 1/3. Microsoft, Bill Gates. We have, the founders of Google. We have, Steve Jobs' wife tied at number 28, who is the majority owner of Apple. These are the technology companies that are starting to move up and raise higher above the oil companies, above all these other companies that have retained the wealth and all the revenue back in the past. These are the companies that are growing hand over fist because it's there. We have these technologies and these computers doing jobs for us so we can increase profit potential and decrease the amount of time that we have to spend as people doing these jobs and monotonous tasks. So it's pretty interesting when you look at how the shift is changing across the world and how the richest people are starting to move. So if you look at the top 400 people, again, they are responsible for the same, the top 400 people make the same amount of money as the lower 47% of the world, which is just mind-blowing. But the question becomes, how does that 47% start to move up in social class? How do they start to get more dollars into their pocket? And that is technology. Now, if you can take somebody that's in that lower half, or the lower 50% of society in the United States, and they have access to, it doesn't have to be an iPhone, it could be $100 camera, and they could tap into the same type of potential that Jenna Marbles did 2 years ago. You could start making videos from your own room. You could jump on a computer and you could start offering value in a brand new way. That's what technology allows you to do. It allows you to reach more people, give more added value with very limited investment up front. As you'll see over the next couple of years, is going to start to move, and the technology people, the technology gurus are going to move to the top. You're going to see Elon Musk and Tesla Motors move up to the top. You're going to see Facebook, you're going to see Google continue to grow. And these are companies that just can't go down. These are companies that, if you look at Google, they have solar panels floating in the middle of the ocean on servers that are powering them. So not paying for real estate, they're not paying for electricity. These are the types of innovations that make sense. You use the technology, you use the computers not as toys. Yes, you can play on the apps, they're all fun, everybody loves them. Yes, you can take photos of your friends, you can share them on Facebook, but you have to make sure that you're using these pieces of technology to enhance your life, to bring revenue into your life, to share value with others, because if you do, then you'll have the life you want to live. And that's your weekly influential inspiration from Monday in the Millions. My name is Keith McElwain, and this week we're actually giving away a t-shirt. This shirt right here got views from 1millionviews.com, so go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know what problem you see in this world today. Maybe it's socio, maybe it's economic, maybe it's something else in the world that you feel is pertinent. Tell me what problem you see out there and how you think we could fix it with technology. The best comment below, we're gonna send you out a t-shirt. And again, if you like the show, click the like below to let me know, and make sure to subscribe to be back every Monday for Monday in the Millions. I'll see you next week.